Yeah, I know the humidity's high today. You can tell it makes my hair curly. And I'm not supposed to look at the camera. That's the deal, right? Okay. This thing isn't rolling yet, is it? No. It started at, it really came from a barbecue place. It was in Round Rock, and that's up just north of Austin, Round Rock, Texas. There's a sign on the wall. It was kind of funny because the sign on the wall said, there are 3 hotly debated topics in Texas: sex, politics, and barbecue. Of the 3, barbecue is the most important. And, I have to agree with that. All right, we rolling now? Okay. Two Meat Tuesday started out as, it's a book. That means blog to book, and that's even before they called them blogs. It was a web journal, an online web journal that I was doing. Still do, and there's still a placeholder on one of the websites for it. It was at astrofish.net/Xenon. Xenon was a pinball game that I owned way back in the day, and the title Two Meat Tuesday came from this barbecue place that I used to frequent, and they had a special 2-meat platter on Tuesday, and it was a little bit cheaper. And I would travel. I was traveling a great deal at the time. I was like gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and by Tuesday I would just be landing back in South Austin. Yes, trailer park, South Austin. Yeah, all real. Anyway, I would just be landing back in Austin, and I would go and I would get something to eat on Tuesday afternoon, and I typically bought. I was living in Austin, but I typically bought the Houston paper because it was, at the time, it was this really bizarre tabloid kind of journalism, and that just made it that much more rich. And so what I would do is I would pick 2 topics. Sometimes they came from the paper, sometimes they came from Lord knows where. And I would try to wrestle with those 2 particular topics. Sometimes they're connected, sometimes they weren't. Now, let me explain. I lived on the lake in Austin, okay, South Austin, and the property, the trailer park, it had backed up right up to where the lake was there. It's now, it was called Town Lake at the time. And I fished almost every day. So that plus we've got some Shakespeare in there. So we got bass fishing, Shakespeare. Oh, and I am a working astrologer. And that's what I was doing to support myself at the time. And that's all I was doing. So what I discovered, and the reason this came into being, it had to do with the fact that I had to do with the way my column got published on Thursday morning. And so Tuesday was kind of like the dead day. So I started filling it up with making a big, long weblog post on Tuesday. And then sometimes, because I would do it on Tuesday, it wouldn't roll over until Wednesday, and this all gets very convoluted and complicated at the time. But you get the idea. You can see it's really humid out because of how curly my hair is. What other questions do you have? No, it's in the book, all right? I took the blog and I cherry-picked through the blog for the year and picked out some of the best entries. So what you're dealing with here, all this stuff is on the website, but what you're dealing with here is something that is 100% post-consumer waste, all recycled, nothing new.